Shay family. Yeah, it's me. It's the conscious cowboy Armand Rose, aka Edwin Rose. Hey, just wanted to do a video, man, and just explain some things. This is nothing new. What I'm going to say, but it's something that we need to dive into a little more. We need to talk about a little more. You need, for those of you that hear this video, that hear my voice, please have this conversation with your family and friends. So I figured out, and like I said, once again, it's nothing new. It's nothing that you've never heard of. I figured out the answer to a lot of questions. It's not the answer to just one question. It's the answer to a lot of questions. I've seen, I watch a lot of content, and I study a lot of people. And for the most part, the sisters are waking up right now. It's the sisters' time, and that's what we need. We need more sisters waking up and becoming conscious. And remember, I want everybody to remember this. There's levels to this. I've seen conscious people say weird shit. I've seen conscious people get stuck. I've seen conscious people think that they're here and they're not. I've actually seen the popular conscious people that you guys love make blatant mistakes. And that lets me know you're not a researcher. You're not on that level of doing your own research, getting information and then doing your research. I was talking to Queen the other day, and I told her, a couple of weeks ago, she sent me some content, and I was like, dude, it's all wrong. And it only take 5 minutes to find out who they depicted as Moses. I said, so I told her I already felt kind of weird about the brother. That's why you've never seen me share the brother. I don't remember his name, but I know she watches the videos, but that's why you've never seen me share the brother, because I've always felt weird about him, and I'm starting to connect with that energy. If I feel, like not something like, I don't like the way you dress, I don't like the way you look. I'm past all of that. If I get that bad vibe, that bad energy from you, I hold my tongue and I watch you. Okay? So he gave me that bad energy. Most of these brothers that are out there that are popular give me bad energy. But the answer to a lot of people's question, how did the Europeans conquer us? We had dynasties on this planet. We had communities. How did we allow the Europeans, the colonizers, to actually colonize us? How? We had killer armies. We had our military presence was, when you start doing your studying, and you might ask your question, you might have asked yourself that question too. How do we have these warrior tribes, the homies? How do we have that and still end up being colonized to the point where our history is lost? How did that happen? How did we stop communicating with our brothers and sisters? Why did we stop communicating with our brothers and sisters? All these questions. And I know some of you guys probably have asked yourself that, or asked other people that. It's like, how did we, as black people, end up in this situation that we're in? How did we end up slaves? How? How is this something that we allowed to happen and we didn't fight? Not some of us fought. We didn't fight. So the answer to that is, and I don't know when it started. I don't know when it started. I think it started in the beginning of the time. We truly don't like one another as black people. We truly don't support each other as black people. We truly will sabotage one another as black people. I've seen it historically. I've seen it happen time and time again, where it's like you read about these dynasties, you read about this stuff, and the same shit keeps happening and happening and happening. You know, we've talked about how they infiltrated the kingdom and then gave us this fake narrative that the queen at that time fell in love with the European conqueror. You know, those things happened because once they got in, they needed an heir. Once they set their heir, that's when they took the land and the resources. We've talked about this 1,000 times, but how did we say, yeah, come on and study with us. Come on over here. How did they initially get that information to say, hey? And now, studying the Moors, studying the history of the Moors, the traitorous. I don't want to just say call them Moors. Studying the history of the traitorous Moors. That's how they got in. See, the Moors have always been trying to set up with the highest of the elites and align themselves with those people. So we've always had traitors, and they played on us not liking each other, or us not supporting each other, because this is not something that happened, you know, overnight. They didn't conquer the world overnight. They took it by pieces. They took it piece by piece. They took Africa piece by piece. They took Asia piece by piece. They took Europe piece by piece. You know, they took the South America piece by piece. They, you know, the 400 years of history right here in America, they took it piece by piece. They didn't just come in and take it all. They got a little piece here and a little piece there, then they took over the whole land. But they took over, once again, this is why I tell y'all, man, y'all got to study everybody. When you start studying these people, you're going to see that fez. You're going to see these people, and this is the thing that a lot of us don't know, is the Moors are so treacherous. When they align themselves up with these people, they don't even pay attention to their history. Like, guys, you don't have it good like that. You don't have it concrete like that. So why would you turn on us? And it goes back to what I just said. How did they infiltrate us? Because we don't like each other. We don't trust each other. We have to stop that. We have to. We have to. I'm begging every black person on this that hear my voice, talk to people about, I don't care what their religion is. I don't care what their faith is. I don't care. Now, here's the thing that I do care about. I care that you understand and you see the issues. Because if you understand and see the issues as a Christian, I'm cool. We can have conversations. We can actually sit down and have dinner. Because the greater problem is you being able to do what you want to do of your free will. Me being able to do what I want to do and follow what I want to follow of my free will. We are free Aboriginal people. We're not natives. We're not savages. We're not gangsters. We're not goons. We are the original Aboriginal people of this planet. This is our land. This is always, and understand when I use these terms, I'm trying to get you to understand that we are descendants of Agublenin. So I have to say Africa so it'll connect to you. This is African land. Africa is the original, Africa is the copy of this land right here. South America, the Mayans, Maya was the high priestess of who? Amun. So this was the land. The Americas. This was Agublenin. This was considered African land. And get that through your thick skull so we can move. Like, once again, I don't hate you because you're Christian. and I don't want to get into that too deep, right? That's not the topic of this video. You should have the right as a free man to do what you want to do, how you want to do it, as long as you're not hurting anybody or forcing anybody to think the way you think or to believe in what you believe in. I don't force y'all to think what I think. I rarely show a lot of comedic stuff. I bang on the Bible dang near every other day just to show you what we need to be doing and how we need to be moving. We need to wash ourselves of this European concept. That's my beliefs. That's my thought process. That's my world. That's where I stay at. But like I told you guys before, there's no reason that we can't be here and then say, okay, well, what's the purpose of us coming together? See, it's okay for us to like each other. It's okay for us to have that conversation to say, hey, man, the thing is unity. Okay, but what are we unifying for? So you got to have a plan. I'm not going to talk about it on this video, but I've already told you guys what we should be doing. I told you guys if I had the money, if we could get all this stuff together and donate the money, I told you what I would do. Buy land, build a casino. Then from the casino, $3.1 billion revenue on the Indian reservations. I said from that would be our bank, and we would grow. We would build our communities. We would buy farmland. We would do all of these things. That's what I would do. But you have to say, okay, Christian, okay, conspiracy theorist, okay, whatever bubble you feel comfortable labeling yourself as, we got to come together, sit down at the table, and this is the plan. Just to say we're unifying to be unifying, it's retarded to me. Because you know what happens? We'll sit down at the table and say, yeah, we're going to unify. Then we'll get up and we'll go our separate ways and nothing gets done. I got to remember, I'm from that era. I'm from the 80s and 90s where my mother, from my early teen years, used to take me to those conferences. She used to take me to those community talks. Hell, I think I've seen Farrakhan more than I've seen some of these preachers. And I told y'all in '95 it wasn't nothing but a hustle. That's when I started looking at him like sideways a little bit. And if you guys know Sam, if you guys on here that's from Vegas, remember Sam's bookstore? I mean, we've sat down there and had some awesome ass conversations. I said, man, I felt like I was in a black mega church. This brother went from if you can donate $1 to you can donate $100, and people was lined up around the damn corner, and he was selling merch. But it is what it is, man. You got to live and learn, So we have to learn to like each other for the common goal. We have to learn to respect each other and not try to infiltrate each other's situation. Or if one person attacks the Christians, they attack us all. If one person attacks the conscious community, hey, man, they are attacking us all. And I'll say this again, man. I like the LGBTQ system. I love the way they have it set up. You can pull up their information. You can see how many bubbles they have, how many categories they have. You can see it, but they all move as one. You may not hear about a certain groups in there. You might not even know that these groups even exist. But this is why I told y'all, I respect that. I respect that. As fucked up as the P is going to be, they are supporting it. They are telling you. Matter of fact, they are telling you what you can say in your religious context. You can't say it's a sin to be homosexual. You can't do that. They passed that law. I told y'all, pay attention. They passed it. That's where we need to be. That's where we need to be as a people. We need to be as a people like, dude, I ain't got to sit here and eat breakfast with you. I don't have to go kick it with you. I don't have to have a drink with you. I don't have to see you every day. But when I do see you, it's love. I may not agree with what you're doing, but it's love. When we move forward as a unit. I was reading something the other day that that was like really, really powerful. Like this lady was talking about how you create a dynasty, you know, and the dynasty is created by tribes. See, it takes the tribes to make the dynasty. And then and this conversation in my head was already brewing. Like, we have to come together. We have to take all of these groups of black people and bring them together. We have to. I mean, everybody's not going to, once again, everybody's not going to like the movement. Everybody's not going to support the movement. But we have to do that for our survival. I'm telling y'all, man, the next time they pop up and show y'all some slaves, y'all ain't going to react to it. The next time, I saw a video. A video last week, right? Well, no, this week, a couple of days ago, where it looked like he was the anesthesiologist, put his penis in the woman's mouth while they was working on her. Yeah, it was a black woman. I said it, and I'll say it again. I'll say it on here. When things like that happen, see this unity thing that I'm talking about? We all need to show up, beat the shit out this man for an inch of his life, and let him know, let the world know that we're not taking this shit no more. We're not going to stand by quietly while you kill us. We're not going to stand by quietly while you kidnap us and rape us. Ain't shit changed. Ain't shit changed, family. You know what's really changed? Our demeanor. We don't fight. We don't get mad. Oh, baby, don't do that. No. We need to, when you guys understand that the problem that we have is the problem that we had, and I don't know if it's going, listen, man, I'm telling y'all this because I figured it out. And like real talk, like it is really like the truth. Like Stockholm Syndrome is the truth. Like, we love the people that have done this to us more than we trust and like us. That's the only way. I'm telling y'all, man, every book that I've listened to or read that talks about the ancient times and the civilizations and the armies, I'm like, how? And like I said, it wasn't even, I thought about it maybe once or twice, but it wasn't something that I was really focused on. How did they infiltrate us? How? Well, first we let them come in. We trust them. Come on in. Come on. Have a seat. Come on. Learn our culture. Come on. Yeah, man. Y'all seeing it today. Y'all see it today. Because y'all know that there's tribes in Africa that in Brazil that has not been colonized, and y'all will see that we'll go down there and they'll come down there with the cameras and they'll be like, come on, this is how we do it, this is how we eat. But see, there's no hierarchy like a king or a queen anymore. It never was in our culture. It never was. Those terms didn't exist back then. There was no such thing as a king or a queen. So they don't know. Now these people have been in these situations for years, and now they don't really know how to fuck with them. And now it's being recorded too that they're there. So they really can't do what they want to do. They really can't chop them up like they used to chop them up. So you can see that's their tactic. That's their MO. We're trying to bring you religion. We're trying to bring you God. Man, get that shit up out of here. Take that shit back over there. We've been good. We've been here. We've been on this island. We've been here for millions of years. And you're coming over here saying we need a book? Get the fuck up out of here. See, this is the thing that once again, the question has been in my head, has been popping up like, how did they get us? How did they get us? We trust them more than we trust ourselves and them dirty Moors. Hey man, come on, let them come in, man. They got some good information. Or man, look at, they got that liquor, or they got this, or they got, we can trade for the guns. They had a little more technology than we give them credit for, but they had stuff because we wasn't war-minded. We were not war-minded. In the construction of the pyramids, they had devices that could drill through stone without leaving any molten lava or molten rock, and the cuts were smooth like glass. Now this is we're talking about. If you pick up a book, they're talking about 5,000-6,000 years ago, but we're really talking about hundreds of thousands of years ago. But let's just stick with the narrative of 5,000 years ago, right? 6,000, maybe 8,000 years ago, right? So we had the technology, but we wasn't using our technology for war. See, all the information that they stole from all them libraries and all the information that we were using for building, that we were using for healing, that we were using for communication, they took it and manufactured it for war. So you got to realize that, once again, how? How is we trust them. We like them and we trust them. And then even in the situation where we know, because see, I hate this narrative that we sold our people into slavery. No. Servitude and slavery is two different things. And see, this is why I tell y'all always got to do your history. Once the 12 tribes found out that was happening, they stopped the British from coming over there. Then they went and killed all the kings. There's an old picture of a man sitting, and they got heads all on the wall behind him. That was the results of those kings finding out that, like, hey, you are what? You're doing what to our people? No, man. Don't come over here no more. And they systematically took out all of those tribes with millions. Some of those tribes, the Zulu nation had 10 million members. How did they do it? We trusted them fools. We got to stop trusting them and start trusting us. We got to believe in people that look like us, that's for us, that's going to do things to benefit us. Will it ever happen? I don't know. But we got to stop. We got to stop this shit. I don't know how, on what level we got to stop it. Just maybe, hopefully, just by hearing my voice, somebody will say, you know what? I don't hate you. I disagree with you. I've said that 1,000 times. I've said that 10,000 times. Like, I don't hate you because I disagree with you. And I don't have to be mad at you because I disagree with you, because I don't believe in what you believe in. I don't have to bang on you. And see, we've been caught up into that. We have been caught up into this fuckery so much that we act like them. When you see black people on here talking about education, the government, the Constitution, the flag, politics, they acting like them. And we don't even see that. We don't even see that. The worst person on this planet right now, man, is this Candace Owens chick. Just take her body and put her in an old white man with the Colonel Sanders mustache and put her up there and let her talk, you would believe that was an old white man talking. No love, no compassion, no sympathy for anything black or anything empowering black people. But I don't want this to go too long. Well, you know what? I don't give a fuck about the time. Fuck it. So hey man, I had a beautiful conversation with my cousin, man. So right now I'm at the point of, I'm not trying to teach you guys. I'm not trying to force anything upon you. I'm just going to drop my information. Receive it or don't receive it. That's all I can do right now, man, is here's my studies over the last 2 months. I figured out how they infiltrated us. They infiltrated us because we don't like and respect each other. And they fed off of that for the last, listen to me, for the last 50,000 years, and maybe even longer than that, for the last 50,000 years, from the Oriental slave trade. Go back, the Oriental slave trade. But things was already in works. Things was already being broken down. So the last 100,000 years, they've been systematically breaking us down and separating us. And like I told y'all, man, when it comes to whitewashing, blancamiento, when it comes to that, that's where now you can tie everything together. Like, Edwin, you keep mentioning blancamiento, and a lot of people don't talk about blancamiento, but it was called whitening the world, right? This was a systematic political now for land and resource, to get land and resources of the world. So they went in, slaughtered, annihilated some people. Then they went in and did blancamiento, which was the generational rape and murder of our men and rape of our women. So they did that for about 20 years, produced a lighter race. If you don't believe me, it happened right here in America. What you call Indians and Native Americans come from black folks. But to the real story, the real information that I'm telling you guys, or not so much the real, but the ones that they actually say, okay, what you're saying, Edwin, it can be proven because they actually tell you that this is what they did in Brazil. They actually say, okay, yeah. We did that shit, but we only did it in Brazil. We only did it in Cuba and Colombia. We only did it there. That's the only places we ever did it. All Asians community been around for, once again, over 100,000 years. They all got 1% African blood in them. So that means they're a diluted version of us. Hawaiians, same thing. Mexicans, same thing. But check out Brazil, check out what they did. I'm telling you what they did. And see, here's the thing, that why I don't know how long this is going to be. See, when I give you guys information, you guys have probably heard 90% of the shit that I said and be like, man, I don't believe that nigga. That nigga's a conspiracy theorist. He's a conspiracy theorist. That's conspiracy theory shit. And I'll tell you guys, go look it up. Go check it out. A white man can get on here and tell you anything, and you'll believe it. You won't even pick up your phone and do a 10-minute research, do a 5-minute research. That's how we've been. That's the problem. That is the problem. So the answer is we got to start. I don't know, man. I don't know. I figured it out, but I don't know. It's like, what do we do? How do we get back? All of you guys are going to have to start paying attention, man, and doing things. You know, I've always told you guys, when I share a black owned anything, right? I'm not asking you to go down there and spend $5,000. I'm not asking you to spend $500. I'm asking you, and if all of you guys had this mindset, wherever you live in right now, whatever state, country, town you live in, any black person open up anything, I'm not asking you to go down there and spend fucking $100. Go buy one item. Go try it out. Hey man, so and so open up a restaurant. Hey man, what they got on their menu? They got a burger? They got a burger and fries? Hey man, give me an order of burger and fries. Now, I don't know the black population in your town. I don't know the black population in anybody's town outside of mine. But if every black person, when we open up something, will go buy one thing, averaging $20, every black business would be successful. I'm not saying you got to get the repeat business, right? That's on them. That's on the business. Because there's a lot of places out here that just actually, we get opportunities. Some of us get opportunities to do this shit and we do it wrong. I'm not saying that you got to continuously give them business, but I'm saying that initial startup, we should support. We should support. I don't know how we're going to change it, man. I don't know how we're going to change it. I don't know what we're going to do. We gotta break this Stockholm syndrome situation that we got going on against ourselves. But, you know, to answer the question, how did they infiltrate? First thing first, these dirty ass Moors brought them in because we are always looking to pull somebody down and destroy what we have built. Listen to me. If you want to do something, I've talked to enough people in this community to know, if you really want to see people hate you, start something. Start a business. Start being successful. Your friends, your family members will start hating on you. That's how they infiltrated us. Hey, man, you really like fucking with so-and-so and so-and-so and such and such? Nah, man, fuck them. Hey, man, can you give me some information about them? And I'll take care of them. And in the process, wipe you out in the same swoop. We got to stop doing that way. We got to stop doing that, man. We got to stop being that way, because we are annihilating ourselves. When they say we put ourselves in slavery, it ain't that we put ourselves in slavery. It ain't that the kings did that shit. It's that we keep buying into their system. We keep supporting their shit. We love them more than we love us. Like I said, they can get on here and say anything to you guys. You believe it. I get on here and say, hey, man, the food is the #1 killer. The food is what's the problem. Cancer is a lie. Try to find some organic shit. 2 weeks. 2 weeks out of your 52-week year. Fast. Hydrate. Drink blended fruit water, and eat these particular fruits. You'll get rid of your fucking cancer. Oh, man, you a conspiracy theory. Hey, that shit ain't gonna work. What the fuck? I ain't giving up no steak. Well, I already told you that red meat, that steak, that processed stuff that you're putting in your body is the #1 cause of cancer. And I broke it down how cancer is. Cancer is a mutated cell that gets encapsulated in mucus and it grows. That's all. Cancer is not a genetic defect. Cancer is not something that's genetically passed on from the mother and the father. The cancer is a mutated. How does a cell mutate? From the chemicals. Once it starts mutating and incubating, it gets encapsulated by mucus. It starts growing. Now you have cancer. How do you get rid of that? You get rid of that by stop putting that bullshit in your body. Do it for 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, you don't know what you're talking about. You ain't no doctor. You ain't no doctor. Oh, you nigga. You ain't no doctor. Hey, girl, come here. Come and look at this big-ass nigga talking about this medical shit. You ain't no doctor, nigga. Okay, cool. Cool, man. Cool, man. You know, like I said, beautiful conversation with my cousin Nora, man, yesterday. I'm done. I'm done trying to, hey, man, look what I found out. You gotta believe me. Please believe me. No, this is what I found out. Here's the issue. I don't know how we're gonna fix it, but here's the issue, man. We need to unify, but we need to unify with a purpose. And I think, I mean, it is what it is, man. I've given you guys the keys to what I think it is. I've asked for opinions, but I think if we ever get money like that, we need to buy land. We need to create our own banking system, and the banking system is not a bank. The bank is a money generator, which I believe the easiest thing for us to do is build a casino. We take that money from the casinos, we start buying up the blocks, we start farming, we start our military, we start doing things in unison. But we got to start liking each other, man. We're not all bad. But I hope you see the bullshit starting early with Columbus, with the Moors. You can even go further back than that. You can go back to the Conga. You can go back to the Phoenix and the Dragon Moors. You can go back to Africa with this shit. How dirty these motherfucking Moors are. But you can see them always trying to line themselves up for their families to be successful. But throw us under the bus. Turn their head like, oh shit. Oh shit. I tell people all the time, to prove this is African land, right? What was the first peace treaty? Who was the first peace treaty with? Who was the first peace treaty that the British people signed to use this land? they signed to use this land with Morocco. Where's Morocco? Morocco is on the continent of Africa. So Morocco is an African country. They own this land because they allowed Britain to come over here and settle up. What was it, 90 million acres? So this land was African land. This land was indigenous to African people because Morocco was here. They had rights over this land. Morocco's are Moors, aren't they? When you want to declare your Moorish citizenship, what flag is on there? The people here, they've broken their peace treaty, right? They've broken their peace treaty first thing first by putting us in slavery. But what did the Moroccans do? What did the Moors do? Turned their back. Oh, I don't see that. I don't see that happening. Oh, shit. Y'all down there killing them niggas. Well, we're going to be all right. We'll try to save a few of them by trying to get their Moorish identity. Now, if y'all want to do this one day, fuck a Moor. A Moor cannot be. Look, man, you share that information, get all that information, man, but you cannot bring rats into the fold, bro. Fuck a Moor. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this is the things that we got to start seeing. We got to start seeing when a motherfucker do something to us. My mindset is we got to show you that we're not fucking around with people that are against us, that do harm to us. We catch you trafficking our babies, we kill you. We catch you putting your penis in one of our women's bodies, mouths, whatever. We drag you out of your bed and beat the shit out of you. We got to stop being pussies. We got to stop being so indoctrinated and we look at shit and we do what the Moors do. Nah, motherfucker, I see you. I see how evil you are. I see what you're doing. And I'm not going out there. I'm not going out in this planet, in this life, man, looking for no problems. I want to be left alone. I want to be left alone. Leave me the fuck alone. But when you fuck with me, when you fuck with mine, you got to see me. Hotep.